Hey friends, hi to all in this channel Nidhi Anglomaniac, and today I'm here with a passage and you have to read this passage and find out the answer for those questions which are given in it. So the very first thing you have to remember, you have to keep in your mind while reading and finding out the answers of the questions which are given below. The very first thing is try to read the questions. Try to read the questions and then try to find out its answers, because when the question will be in your mind, you will get it easy to find out the answer of the question. So it will also enhance your reading skill, plus it will help you to save your time in your examination when you are time bounded. So I am reading it for you. The very first paragraph is: for many years now, the government have been promising the eradication of child labor in hazardous industries in India. But the truth is that despite all rhetoric, no government so far has succeeded in eradicating this evil, nor has any been able to ensure compulsory primary education for every Indian child. Between 60 and 100 million children are still at work instead of going to school, and around 10 million are working in hazardous industries. India has the biggest child population of 380 million in the world, plus the largest number of children who are forced to earn a living. Paragraph 2. We have many laws that ban child labor in hazardous industries. According to the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986, the employment of children below the age of 14 in hazardous occupation has been strictly banned, but each state has different rules regarding the minimum age of employment. This makes the implementation of these laws difficult. Also, there is no ban on child labor in non-hazardous occupation. The Act applies to the organized or factory sector and not the unorganized or informal sector, where most children find employment as cleaners, servants, porters, waiters, among other forms of unskilled work. Thus, child labor continues because the implementation of existing law is lax. Paragraph 4. There are industries which have a special demand for child labor because of their nimble fingers, high level of concentration, and capacity to work hard at abysmally low wages. The carpet industries in UP and Kashmir employs children to make hand knotted carpets. There are 80,000 child workers in Jammu and Kashmir alone. In Kashmir, because of the political unrest, children are forced to work while many schools are shut. Industries like gem cutting and polishing, pottery and glass want to remain competitive while employing children. The fifth paragraph is: the truth is that it is poverty which is pushing children into this brutish labor market. We have 260 million people below the poverty line in India. A large number of them are women. Poor and especially women-headed families have no option but to push their little ones in this hard life in hostile conditions, with no human or labor rights. Paragraph 6. There is a lobby which argues that there is nothing wrong with children working as long as the environment for work is conducive to learning new skills, but studies have shown that the children are made to do so boring, repetitive, and tedious jobs and are not taught new skills as they grow older. In this hellhole, like the sweet shops of the old, there is no hope. Seventh paragraph is: children working in hazardous industries are prone to debilitating diseases which can cripple them for life. By sitting in cramped, damp, and unhygienic spaces, their limbs become deformed for life. Inside matrix, firework, and glass industry, they are victims of bronchial diseases and TB. Their mental and physical development is permanently impaired by long hours of work. Once trapped, they can't get out of this vicious circle of poverty. They remain uneducated and powerless. Finally, in later their own children to work. Finally, in later years, they too are compelled to send their own children to work child labor perpetuates its own nightmare. Paragraph 8 is, if at all the government was serious about granting children their right, an intensive effort ought to have been made to implement the Supreme Court's directive of 1997, which laid down punitive action against employers of child labor. Only compulsory primary education can eliminate child labor. Ninth paragraph is, surely, if 380 million children are given a better life in elementary education, India's human capital would be greatly enhanced, but that needs, as former President Abdul Kalam says, a second. So here we are with the questions. On which two accounts has the government not succeeded so far in respect of children? So you have to read the question twice and carefully. The second is, what makes the implementation of child labor law difficult? This 2 again is here, and we can find out our answer in paragraph 2. Why do industries prefer child labor? What are the adverse effects of hazardous industries on children? Give any 2 reasons. What does the Supreme Court's directive of 1997 provide? So the very first answer are given here. The very first question, again I am reading it for you. On which 2 accounts has the government not succeeded so far in respect of children? So in respect of children, the government has not succeeded the eradication of child labor in hazardous industries and ensuring compulsory primary education. Second is, what makes the implementation of child labor law difficult? Implementation of child law becomes difficult because each state has different rules regarding the minimum age of employment, and there is no ban on child labor in the non-hazardous occupation. Third question was, why do industries prefer child labor? Industries prefer child labor because children have a capacity to work hard, a high level of concentration, and can be employed at low wages. Fine. Though the fourth one is, what are the adverse effects of hazardous industries on children? So we have to give 2 reasons for this. So fourth have written, children working in hazardous industries are prone to debilitating diseases which can cripple them for life. By sitting in cramped, damp and unhygienic spaces, their limbs too become deformed for life. In matchstick firework in glass industries, children become victims of bronchial diseases and TB. Fifth question was, what does the Supreme Court Directive of 1997 provide? So it provides punitive action against employers of child labor. Most of the time, we also get difficult words through the paragraph we have read. So the difficult word will be there, and we have to find out the synonym of that word, or it may be the antonym. So the very first word which is written over here is risky / dangerous. So we have to find this word in paragraph 1, and we have to write the same meaning, means the synonym of this word, risky or dangerous. Answer are already there. The word hazardous we have read for so many times when we were reading this paragraph. So this is hazardous, means very risky, means dangerous. The word hostile means, the word second is very unfriendly, means hostile, which is not friendly. So it was in paragraph 5, and in paragraph 8 the word intended as punishment means punitive. We got there the word punitive action must be taken against those who have kept the children as labor in their shops, in their malls, etc. So the word is punitive. So this was for today, and I hope that you are well aware with the reading comprehension, and I have given a tip that you have to read the question first and then go for the answer. Sometime we have to give we have already been given that in this paragraph the answer will be. For example, we got here questions like this is question number 1 and you got it that 2 is written means it will be there in paragraph 2. So it can also the time saver for we people, that we just want to save our time as fast as we have to write in exam. It must be there in the mind of the student that I have to save a lot of time. So by reading this number, that 2, 1, 5, they are the time savers for a student who is writing in an examination. So be well prepared with these comprehensions and try to find out the answer from the paragraph in a very neat and clear way. Thank you so much. Stay with this channel and watch this video, like this video, share with your friends. Thank you so much.